so I'll sort of push that away. Good morning. My name is Aage Lindstad. I know most of you. I've been worshiping with you for quite some time now, and just wanted to come up here just to take a few minutes and talk about the Lakeshore property and the Vision for Mission program and what that property has meant for my family personally, and then as well as many, many others. So sit tight. It'll only take about 2 hours. So you guys good with that? Okay. All right. So we started worshiping here in 2007. We started worshiping in the barn when I was here. It was my wife and I only. I didn't have Freya and Pia yet. We formally joined in 2008, and it's been a blessing to be out here. We had both our children baptized here, Freya and Pia. Freya was 2010 and Pia was 2012. So personally, the Lakeshore property has meant a lot to us. It's been a blessing to our family. You know, if you think about it, where would we be today, right? We've had the pleasure of joining in the amazing race we've had out here. Lots of great fun and fellowship. Did that for a couple years. Neither team that I was on won, but it was still fun. We started a good time, and just a wonderful blessing to come out here to the 40 acres here and just get away a little bit and have some fun and fellowship with fellow Christians. So, it's been wonderful, and you think about where would our kids be today, right? Personally, we are members here because of Lakeshore. I don't know where we'd be worshiping today. I don't know what our church community would look like and feel like for us. So the impact to our family, the blessings that Freya and Pia get to hear about here at Lakeshore and learn about the love of Christ and the sacrifice that he gave for us as sinners, it's been tremendous. So, thanks be to God for the gifts and for us to praise him for that. We're able to gather around here in word and sacrament, and it's hard to put into words what that means, and really question where would we be today without this property. So that's great. It's wonderful to us, but that's a micro level impact, right? That's our family. This property is so much more than just what it is for us in our family, right? And we'll progress and expand about that a little bit here, and it won't be 2 hours. I have to pare this down because there's a lot to this, right? But I'll do my best here to keep it brief. So the Christian community blessing, right? Let's expand a little bit outside of our family, as great as that is. The life of a Christian and the gifts we have, there's so much more to it than that. Nearly 250 members and partners spend time here every week, hearing about the Word, learning about the Word, being able to use the property here, retreat, reflect, escape, in some respects to this property that's so wonderful. And you think about the different organizations that come out here of a Christian affiliation, right? We'll start with that. So multiple churches here, our own church, our own school, a large percentage of our church school goers, don't necessarily come from a Christian faith background. So to be able to come here to this property and learn about the love of Christ, it's tremendous. I mean, what a gift that is to be able to reach folks from various backgrounds and for us to share what that means and how important that is. Trick or Trunk, we have over 1,000 people that come out here and visit for that event. And some of those people may never set foot on our church campus or hear about Christ during the course of the year. Pumpkin Patch, there's similar numbers there, but you have school field trips that come here to visit the Pumpkin Patch, and they can come and they can hear a little about the Word of Christ. And this place is pretty neat. I didn't know this was here. What's this all about? And it really starts to get things going a little bit, which is so amazing. Out-of-state congregations come here, from South Carolina and beyond that, different denominations. It's not Lutheran only. I don't know. You're Baptist? I don't know. It's for everyone to come here and experience the blessing and gift that we have that God has given us, that this property is. So, there's a question: where would all these groups go if this wasn't here? When would they have a chance to gather around the Word, to hear about it, and to grow their faith, right? Faith comes from hearing the Word. So, last piece here, I promise. Transitioning into sort of outside the church community, Shepherd of the Woods and beyond, Lutheran, Baptist, etc., right? Our school. What about the organizations that come here, right? So you got Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Eagle Scouts, Haven Hospice. You have support groups like AA that come out here that can come and just get a feel for these gifts that we have. So let me ask a question. What's the first thing that you see when you pull in to our campus here at Lakeshore? What is the very first thing you see as you come through those gates? Bingo. That's right. So they may not be Christians, they may not believe, but to come through and see that when they first come here, it's like, some of them, a lot of them may have heard about Jesus and maybe know who it was maybe, but to come through there and see that, it's like, okay, great. So this place what's this all about? Oh, and it's free? You mean it's free to come here and gather and have our groups and different things? So, we truly are being able to show the love of Christ and the gifts that we have and be stewards of what we've been given. That's amazing right there. And you hear about Peru as the same aspect. It's like, why would you come here thousands of miles away to come help us? And it's the same thing here. Why would you offer this property for free to us? Because it's Christ's love. It's just a gift and a blessing that we have. So, obviously you can tell, a little passionate about it, right? But it's the same thing. Where would these groups go? Where would they learn or get a feel or maybe even start to ask about Christ's love and then the cross? What's that all about? Why is it free? It's just, we're to be ambassadors of God's word, and this property is one of many aspects that offers us to be able to do that. So, in closing, we're blessed with our time, with our talent, our possessions, and we have a choice. What do we do with that? What do we do with these wonderful blessings that we have? We truly are, the richest people in the world when you look at other countries out there. So, and it's not just about the money. It's about just being able to come here and worship freely without the fear of persecution, different things like that. So it's so important that we remain good stewards of what God has given us, right? And I think we all can agree that in today's times, everyone needs the light of Christ. Everyone needs to hear that and to feel that. It's just, I don't know, we can go on about that, right? So to be able to offer that to a large group of people and folks within our community, but also outside of our community to share that. Lakeshore truly is a beacon of light, and we need to do our part to continue to keep shining that bright light and show the love of Christ. So